The Insurance Industry Charitable Foundation grant program in the Northeast has donated over $7.5 million in the New York Tri-State since we started here a little over 10 years ago.
We have four common themes. We have children at risk, the environment, disaster recovery, and education.
The charities IICF gives to are not always enormous organizations. They really are. Our giving means a lot to them.
One of the ones that really, hit home was Horizons. You see these, really inner city kids who do not get a lot of access to universities or, top flight teachers, kind of pounce on Sacred Heart, and they're greeted with, such enthusiasm and such kindness.
This is Horizons at Sacred Heart University. We're basically working with kids from Bridgeport, low-income kids, the underdogs. We're here to help them achieve, to get the golden ticket, which is to go to college, learn, and use education to be successful.
I was one of those kids. I was born and raised in Bridgeport, so I know the struggle that they go through. By them coming to Horizons, we get to expose them to things that kids in wealthier towns normally have.
We do the best leveled learning reading in the country here. They read 5, 6, 7 books a week. And once they get into reading, reading changes their future.
A child cannot learn unless they can read. When they are reading books and they see themselves grow, the smile on the children's faces is rewarding and it's motivating.
We're really giving these kids the best ratios, the best STAR teachers.
We have a ratio of 1 instructor to 4 children, and that basic 1-to-1 involvement is what really changes things for the students.
We look to hire staff, number one, for character and to be that dynamic, energized person that everybody can follow. We look for Pied Pipers here.
We have one recipient, Michael's Feet, that is one of our local grants. We thought it was a very unusual organization in that it helps families, parents who have very premature newborns.
I was pregnant with my first son, Michael. He was born in July 29, 2000, and he passed away after 83 hours from a chromosome disorder that was incompatible with life. We started the organization in his memory. Michael's Feet is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to help families who are caring for and carrying seriously ill newborns in Monmouth and Ocean County. They come into the NICU, their world has just been, it's upside down.
You do feel really alone, you feel very isolated. Friends and family don't really get it.
Our goal and our hope is that their time in the hospital is not that long, that they can get back to their regular life. But in that meantime, that's where we can come in.
Michael's Feet does overnight bags for families who are in the hospital.
The overnight bag houses toiletries and creature comforts. It's just trying to create some normalcy back in their life. Just going back and forth to the hospital is just a toll for them. So we'll provide a gas card initially. We'll pick up items like the insurance may not pay for. We'll make sure that no holiday goes unnoticed while they're in the NICU, that life still exists for them. We're very fortunate that over the years with the fundraising that we have from people like the IICF, that we've been able to provide a Michael's Feet family room.
The family rooms are important because you spend so much time at the hospital. You need to have a place where you could decompress a little bit.
It's just a place where they can feel like they're at home.
I first volunteered with Michael's Feet after meeting Dana, and then ironically 2 years later I then had a baby that now was actually a Michael's Feet baby. I could empathize with the families before this situation, and then afterwards, after I had him, I'm like, well, I know how they feel, I know what they need, and I need to get more involved.
I think it helps to say, look, I got through this, my son got through this, your son will too.
We'll come here during a holiday event, you'll see these babies in the incubators, so tiny, so fragile, and then years later, they're at our events, volunteering and attending events. It's the most rewarding thing we could ask for.
I think that there's probably not a month that goes by that he isn't giving some time back to Michael's Feet.
Well, Michael's Feet was there for my family when I was sick, so I'm just grateful to be able to help families who have sick babies now that I'm healthy and everything, and grown up.
This year we'll be celebrating what would have been Michael's 18th birthday. His accomplishment was that in 83 hours he accomplished more than many of us can do in a lifetime.
I'm on the grant committee, and one of our grant recipients this year is Stoked. They've really found a powerful way to bring opportunities to kids in less fortunate communities that they might not otherwise find. And they do it by introducing things like surfing and snowboarding.
You guys are visiting Stoked at the Brooklyn Latin School.
Stoked is a youth mentoring organization. We're in New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles.
This year we'll work with over 600 kids, and our mission is to develop young people into happy, successful adults. And we use mentoring, leadership development, and action sports in order to do that. I grew up skateboarding in like the 80s in New York, and me and my friends used it as a way to just like continuously push ourselves to learn new things all the time.
During the after-school program, we can build boards. So we're making skateboard decks.
Stage one would be creating the board, gluing it, putting it together, and that's what we're doing today.
Through the skateboard building process, they learn so many 21st century skills that they'll really use in the job force. Working as a team is huge because they all have to communicate.
If they can't work together, a deck is not going to be made.
They learn all these different skills that almost unknowingly they're going to use for the rest of their lives.
All of our juniors go on an overnight ski trip where they do team building and leadership development. And so a lot of these kids don't ever have that opportunity to do transformative, life-changing trips and experiences.
My favorite thing that I do at Stoked personally is riding the skateboard.
Skating gives you confidence in skating, but it also gives you confidence in life.
They learn a lot from skateboarding. They learn goal setting. A lot of the times they don't have mentors that help them set goals, whether they're small goals like they want to learn how to ollie or just push on a skateboard, which eventually lead to bigger goals like what do I want to do for the rest of my life.
We're taking kids and we're giving them life-changing experiences, we're introducing them to mentors, and we're helping to develop them into becoming fearless leaders that take charge of their life and are happy, healthy, successful people.
3, 2, 1, stop!
Thank you, IICF.
Thanks so much today, IICF.
You're changing these kids' lives.
Thank you, IICF.
I would just like to thank IICF for your generosity.
Thanks, IICF.
Thank you, IICF.